change her color. It already came visible zipper, so I'm just gonna take the cotton out. Right now I'm taking Hello Kitty stuffing out, taking it out in chunks, start from the top of her head, then I'm gonna go down to her arms and then her legs. I'm changing her to the color black because I did see another Hello Kitty that was black and I just wanted to try out that color. I did have green and brown, but they were more of the Ritz dyes that I would have to dip Hello Kitty in some hot water, and I didn't want to do all that. But I am just taking her stuffing out. I'm almost done. As I'm taking it out, I'm putting it next to me on my bed, and I'll show you the results of how much stuffing was inside of her. Please don't mind my background music. It's just meditation music for me to sleep at night, and it's just relaxing when I'm doing projects. But now I'm done with her. All her stuffing is out. She's flat. This is all her stuffing. So now I'm going to be starting with my supplies. Fabric paint. Got it from Hobby Lobby. So she's going to be black. Just to make her different from the other two Hello Kitties. So for Christmas, my sister, my little cousin, and I both got the same, all got the same Hello Kitty, so I just wanted to make mine different. Those were the only 3 black fabric paints from Hobby Lobby that were left. And at the end of the video, I realized I do need another one, but that was the only ones that I had. So I'm now starting with her right foot. There we go. I'm going to start painting her right foot. I don't know why, but I put it inside my glove, and then I was going to finger paint it that way, but I did have a brush. I should have just stick to the brush because it was messy. But hey, learn something new. Also, learn by the end of this video the importance of taping the clothes, because I did mess up her clothes, and we will see that at the end of the video. I will point it out. But now I realize I'm just going to use a sponge, and it was a lot easier just dapping the sponge with the paint going around her foot. And I sped up the video because it was long. Now I'm just going over the foot. It's the front of the foot. Now I just got to do the back of the foot. And I can see it, the paint is running down. So yeah, I messed up her clothes by not taping everything up and making sure everything was secured. But it was a lesson learned. It was a fun project. I just wanted to make my Hello Kitty different. Just so if anyone's went missing, my sisters went missing, or my little cousins went missing, then they can't take mine. So, because you won't know it's different. I should start buying different plushies and just decorating them and painting them different colors and their outfits and trying to resell them. But hey, we're just going to start with this project first. I painted the front of her foot. Now I'm going to the back of her foot. Sped up the video too, just because it was long. It was 6 minutes, so put 6 minutes into 60 seconds. Hey, now I'm on her left hand, paw. She is a cat, her paw. The front and the back, those pieces were a little bit smaller, so it was easier to paint. I'm still on that first fabric paint from Hobby Lobby. I don't think I went to the second one yet. And I still got a lot left over. All I'm doing is her right paw, and then I can start with her face. I think her face took the most paint And I messed up the clothes again. Make sure you tape your surface or tape whatever you don't want messed up. Even if it was a different color paint, it could still get messed up on the clothing. And I'm starting with her face, certain section of her face. So yeah, she's not going to be her original color. Now she's going to be all black. And I'm planning on changing her nose and her whiskers too. And I realized at the end of this project also, oh, this is the back of her face. That's where her stuffing came out of. So it's the back of her head. But yeah, I didn't put the bow on her as I finished the project, and I seen that at the end. But I will have an updated video at the end. Well, in another video, I will have another updated video of Hello Kitty with her bow on. This part is very tedious, but hey, just take your time. It's not a rush. Get it done. Even if you have to take a break and come back. On the front of her face, and I realized I don't want to paint her nose, which is a yellow color. Wanted to leave it just like that. So I went around her face, and I'm doing the whiskers, painting the whiskers around her eyes. I am on the second one now. It depends on how big your project is, how much paint you're going to need. But doing this project, even though it's painted black and black is like a dominant color, the white part of the fabric was always sticking out, so I just try to go over it a few times. Then I realized I don't want to mess up the bow, so I put a bag over it. I'm sure that was too late, it was already paint on it. And I ended up cutting the bow off at the end. So I'm gonna get the fabric, put it around the bow, sew it on, then I'm gonna put it back on her head. I'm gonna have to get another thing of fabric also from Hobby Lobby. Hope they've restocked. Once I get that, then I can finish the front part of her head. So I'm just going around her body, just getting, again, the fabric that I guess wouldn't take, or the white part of the fabric that's still sticking out. Just going to put the black fabric paint back over it a few times just until it takes and it's not visible anymore. Again, I should have put tape or something around. I guess I could have put glue. I guess glue would have worked. Something would have worked that it wouldn't have got on the fabric. I could have tied the fabric up. I've done a whole lot of stuff. Get a plastic bag, cut out the holes for her feet, put it through, then tape it around just so it wouldn't get on her clothes, because I did mess up her clothes. And since it's black and it's fabric paint, it's going to stay inside that fabric. I'm just going around her foot, filling in any gaps or any white spots that were visible. I'm sure this was the second bottle. What? Second bottle. Going around her left arm, again, filling in any gaps or any white spots, any white fabric that did not take the black fabric paint, just going around it. Same with the right paw, not arm. The right paw, going around it, just filling in any gaps or any white spots that the fabric paint did not take. I'm going to do the same thing with her face. Go around her neckline. Feel like both of those were out. So I'll try to squeeze out the last bit of it. Going around her neckline now. filling in the gaps, going around her nose, a little bit of her face, eyes. Around the bow area, even though I did try to put a plastic bag, a bag around it, it still got paint on it. So taping or gluing will make more of a difference than what I did. Just try to protect your surface. If you want the clothes messed up because you're going to put new ones on, I'm sure you could just not think about it and just continue with your project. But if you did want that fabric or you wanted the clothes on the plushie, you should probably tape it up, put it in a plastic bag, tape it up. Just make sure that the surface is protected and won't get messed up. So again, I'm just going around with the last container of that fabric paint and filling in the gaps, any white gaps that may be showing through. Going around the neckline, making sure that it's filled in. And again, I did mess up on... I didn't mess up. I guess I didn't notice that the fabric paint did not take in like the front of her forehead. And you'll see it at the finished project picture. But yeah. Last thing to do is... I'm going to put in the last video is to sew on her bow. And that will be it because I did cut it off. But yeah, this was a very tedious project. To me, it looks done. I'm just filling in a little bit of gaps that I see. The little bit of paint that I have left. And I will be almost finished this project. Since I messed up her clothes, I cut them off. And then I just put fabric that I had in my room. I just put that over her clothes, sewed it on. And around her. So the last thing I'm going to have to really do is just make pants for her. I do have her in a dress right now. But I'm going to have to put some pants underneath her just so the pink part of her dress and the fabric paint, because it is on there, won't show. It'll be covered up. So yeah, this is how I turn Hello Kitty all black. And these are some of taking my gloves off because I'm done with the project for right now. I'm done painting. And this is how she went from this to this. And this is how she currently looks without her bow and a few patches.